Hi, my name is Hayden Lakoko, and I'm here to talk to you about the Triangle Shirtwaist factory fire. During the 1900s, working conditions were terrible. There were no safety regulations, and if there were, they did barely anything, and sweatshops were becoming common. People worked for long hours only to receive minimal pay, and the owners had no respect for their employees, only worried about themselves and their profit, at times creating hazardous situations. One example of this is the Triangle Shirtwaist factory. It was located in New York City, and they were in the top 3 floors of the 10-story building. The building had 4 elevators, but only one was in working condition. And there were 2 staircases, however at times they were locked in order to prevent theft from the people from taking breaks and women from going to the restroom. On March 25th, 1911, the factory caught on fire. It was not for sure what caused it, however, it was believed to be a cigarette in the rag bin. People immediately went to try to put the fire out, going to grab the water hose. However, it was decaying and rotten and unable to be of any help. Then they went to their next emergency feature. Instead of fire extinguishers, they had water buckets, but they discovered they were empty. Because of the locked staircases, they had no choice but to immediately see if they can go onto the fire escape. However, the weight caused it to collapse. When the fire trucks finally arrived, then they realized that it barely even reached the 6th floors, so they could not get the people down. Those 500 and 600 people working that day were instantly in mass panic. They had to decide if they wanted to risk jumping and plummeting to their deaths versus inhaling smoke and dying. Many watched as hundreds jumped and hit the concrete with a smack. That day, 146 people died in the fire. After the incident, people became skeptical, for this was not the first time that company had a fire. The owners, Isaac Harris and Matt Blanc, were actually known for it. People wanted to know what happened, and a month later, they were both tried for manslaughter. In December 1911, they were both found not guilty. However, the spectators were angry. In fact, they had to be led outside the side door of the courtroom. The corruption of city government and the fabric industry allowed them to work in these conditions that would not be allowed today and caused many lives. A month after, lawsuits were filed and compensation was paid. The owners decided to pay $75 per each family. However, this was not a burden for them because they were getting inflated insurance money of $400 per day. This caused public outcry. They demanded more. And then the Factory Investigation Commission was created in New York City. The FIC was led by Tammany Hall politicians Robert F. Wagner and Alfred E. Smith. They investigated factories, held public meetings, and inspected workplaces to prevent this from ever occurring again. 56 labor laws were created by the FIC, making it the most advanced labor code in the United States. The laws addressed wages and working hours of women and children, unsafe working conditions, and fire safety. Although this tragic incident caused the loss of hundreds of lives, it helped prevent the millions lost in the future. The fire helped in a way, although it created tragedy at the same time. Thank you for your time. My name is Hayden Lakoko, and here are my note cards. Have a nice rest of your day.